What's goody, everybody? It's Full-Time Trip. We're back in the building. Wolves 0, Arsenal 1 at the Molineux Stadium. That felt kind of good, but for a specific reason. But like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Good to hear from y'all. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. What an eventful game, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? What an eventful game. It just felt like it was going one way today, and you know, we fought through. We did our thing, and we just, you know, found a way to get over this major hump that was induced by a lot of effery, to just put that short there. But again, only goal in the game came from a late winner from Ricardo Calafiori, just outside that left hand side of the box, curls it in on a half volley right through to the far post, I believe, and in. Listen, oh my gosh, I want to get to the good first. Matter of fact, scratch that. Let's not even do it. Let's get right into it, bro. PGMOL, the FA, Michael Oliver. You are consistently the most obtuse, idiotic, incompetent, blatant, oblivious, corrupt POSs I've possibly ever seen in my time watching the sport, outside of Mike Riley and them people who was really running roughshod with Manchester United in 2000. It's as bad as that. It's really as bad as that, bro. I'm just like, listen, if any of these fools throughout this season, rival fan, supposed Arsenal fan, cannot provide context or at least acknowledge the fact that there have been several instances where we have been absolutely screwed by miraculous conception decisions that have just spawned out of nowhere and have never been seen since outside of Arsenal fixtures. I am baffled at how many times this has happened this season and over the past 5 seasons, specifically over the last 2. Again, specific things that where you look at the tape closer, there have been other instances where a team has done similar, if not the exact same things that we have committed to. And it just, no red card, no magic, no nothing, no, play on, you're good. But for us, not even a second thought, automatic, you know what I'm saying, straight red card, And then it's the fact that media and like commentators trying to spin it in real time after they themselves are like, oh, it's a yellow card, oh, it's a red, I guess it is a red because they see this on the. You're not gonna gaslight me, dog. We're not gonna do this, bro. Blatant corruption. And in today's episode of this blatant corruption, it's just, I don't understand how Miles Lewis-Skelly comes in with a side foot. Again, it's probably a little bit higher than the floor because he's lunging in a little bit. Fairs, I'll give you the fairs. But how do you assume that's automatically a high foot when there's been several decisions that have been blatantly higher in this league? Probably games that Michael Oliver has reffed directly, and no, just nothing. But for us, it's not even a forensic check. It's just, oh, a straight red. That's all I'm doing. VAR not even thinking second, twice, thrice about it. Nah, good. Just have it. Like, you can see I'm flustered. I'm so heated. My head is still on Mars about these decisions, bro. I just find it so fascinating how many times this has happened, and with so many distinct either examples that show that the decision was ridiculous in the first place, or a lack of an example in any football we've possibly ever seen in this league, or possibly any other European league in the past decade at least. How many unicorn decisions just happened to us this season that just never happened again? Haven't happened since. Again, Declan Rice, Trossard. Rice, again, that there's been a decision where in the same weekend, it was a closer decision. It might have been a Spurs game where that distance to the goal was much closer than where Saliba was. But ours is a red, but theirs isn't. Make it make sense. It does not. And I'm tired of seeing it week after week after week after week after week, bro. It's affected literally at least 5 games in the season minimum. How many points that we've lost from some of these games, some of these crucial games where we could have been in very close with Liverpool or ahead of Liverpool at this stage. I'm just tired of it reaching this stage to where It's so overt. It's so overt. There's not even, again, how many times have I seen forensic VAR checks for the simplest of goals that we've scored this season and last season? But when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, stuff that goes against us and stuff that we might be in the wrong about, they go to the highest extent of not even scrutiny, just execution, judgment, boom, snap decision, right there. Nothing else to it. 60-second check. Don't even let the stadium know there's a VAR check going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really comes down to when they forgot to draw lines at Brentford, and I'm about to say that, and the Newcastle game where Arteta was like, "Yo, a disgrace. You guys terrible. You guys suck," and it's been double witch hunts ever since. Incompetence on top of corruption is just a real disgusting combination, and I'm tired of seeing it. Michael Oliver, I don't understand how you're still a ref in these circumstances. But then I think 1 second, Dermot Gallagher and all these bums who run PGMO and all that stuff like that, all these guys run this thing. So the incompetence and bum mentalities and just the stupid bad mind actions that they take persist because it's systemic. It's top down, top to bottom, all throughout, inside and out. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Listen. Step on a Lego. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyways, I want to say my piece about that because that really pissed me off today. But despite that, listen, clearly throughout the game, I think we were obviously better than Wolves. They didn't provide too much of threat, a couple of weird scenarios and weird bounces, but overall, even with the lack of control that we had in the game today for certain parts, especially with Odegaard missing, with no Marino to possibly help in with some of those things, it felt very end to end, and I feel like people were overlooking that statement of how, like, you know, they were getting through. We were again defending well, blocking up well, and again tracking back and doing our thing. But I think people again just missed how, again, out of control certain parts of the game were, and I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it. So it's just something to take note of. But I obviously thought we had the quality to still get over the line against them. The decision comes through, I think, just before the end of the first half, and then we're playing with 10. I think even with playing with 10, we were still very good, very efficient in pushing, you know, things over the line and such. And yeah, we just kept pushing and kept trucking. And then I believe Joao Gomes got sent off, and he gets a yellow. He gets a yellow for a stamp right down on Timber's leg. And he puts 2 feet in the air, putting pressure on it and stuff. He only gets a yellow. That's not a straight red. But the Miles thing was. Make it make sense. Anyways, after that, we keep going, we keep pushing, we keep rocking forward, and just off of that left-hand side, Calafiori, wonderful goal. It felt like a similar position to the City goal where he's just like coming off of a ball that's like, you know, like just either ricocheted or came from that side of the pitch, and he's just lining up to it, curls it, boom, boom. I love it. That goal, fantastic. The Techers, good. Again, this is something that season, if all things were in homeostasis and we had all of our players, this is an extra additive to our attack. But unfortunately, it has to kind of like cover some of the distance that we have because we're lacking options, we're lacking quality, we're lacking confidence and form in that area right now. But Calafiori absolutely can do wonders in that final third. And you saw another bit of it today, bruh. The people that wrote him off because he had injury woes, because he had injury problems, people were like, oh man, he's a miss. After you saw that City game, after you're seeing some of the bits and pieces of him doing absolutely great work, albeit he's still raw, obviously, cool. But if you do not see the innate quality in this guy, the absolute cavalier attitude in some of these instances, to just be a real maverick in certain situations and take the game out of scruff of the neck, you're blind. You're blind then. I guess you're blind. I don't know. But stop playing with Calafiori's name, bro. Injuries, I can understand people being frustrated over because it's plagued our whole season. I get it. But you cannot doubt quality. You know what I'm saying? You can't doubt quality in those bits. Physicality, maybe with injury stuff, obviously, but the quality that he has to drive with the ball, to carry the ball and be effective in the final third, very underrated, and people need to understand and open up to that idea and open up to that fact as we go along. All I'm saying, Gabriel Saliba, clap it up. You did a damn good job, bro. Best center back duo in Europe. I don't care. I'll say that right now. I'll say it. With a man down with so much against them, they hold it down so well, bro. Again, driving with the ball, being brave and advancing the ball as well. What more can I ask for in 2 center backs? They're doing their damn thing. Shout outs to them. Jurian Timber, absolutely monstrous today. Again, coming off of an ACL to be so direct, you know what I'm saying? Be so aggressive, to be so have so much steel, you know what I'm saying, about him in the situation. You know, the engine just to survive some of these things. Again, one of the things I did point out was how sharp he might have been in some of his decisions and movements and stuff. I think he was dialed in very early, especially after the red card. He was dialed in for a lot of this game, much of this game. So you got to give him his credit. I thought Declan Rice was good as well. Havertz, I thought, missed a lot of chances, but again, who doesn't? I thought overall he was okay. I think he's had better games, but the chances I thought he should have buried. But that's again been a bulk of our problems this season. Martinelli, I think he got marked out of the game pretty, you know, he got a big body on. I forgot what my man's name was. Agbadu. Yeah, like I think he was new, but not much you could do there. Waneri got hooked, but he was really good in his cameo and his stints. I really enjoyed just some of the zip, the one touch passing, just good running, and just the defensive bite as well. Again, one of the big questions I always have for the Hale Enders who come through the side, what is the physical level going to be like? Miles quickly answered that question. Have no problem about him. Ethan, again, still had that little bit of a question. The midfield's a rough place, a tough place. You can get bullied if people are way too physical, but he doesn't look like he shies away from any of that stuff, which is really good, really good to know, really good to see. And I'm glad he had a good cameo, but unfortunately needs must with that again, that second half change. But yeah, we just kept moving. I thought Trossard was okay. Trossard was, he was better than okay. No, he's better than okay. Partey was all right, pretty much middle of the road. Yeah, but man of the match to me, I'm about to say David Raya. David Raya was my man of the match. Like, in a time where, again, down to 10 men, things get rough, things get tough. There's so much to kind of cope and deal with. Distribution of the ball, saves, again, just claiming crosses, claiming loose touches, some risky little moves, especially at the end. I think there was like a deflected Trossard like clearance that went back towards him, and he rushed out really quickly to come clear that out. Any potential danger, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. And so I really enjoyed David Raya's performance today. Well-earned clean sheet for him. And 3 points on the board. We keep 6 points distance with Liverpool. A game that could have went potentially sour and put a huge wrench in things. This team, I'm going to say it again, this team is Kratos FC. No matter what powers that be against us, we're still going to keep fighting. And I absolutely love that about us. I 100% love that about this team. They are not going to quit. The things that are against us, you know what I'm saying? PGMOL, injuries, illness, you know what I'm saying? Form dips, the squad numbers, you know what I'm saying? Certain personnel that we need in the squad, signings, all these things. They're still being coached to a level, and they're still putting out effort to a level that they're fighting as hard as they possibly can. Every week, like every 3 days in January, just busting their ass to try and get over the line. Sometimes it doesn't go our way, but there's so many times that we're fighting against so many things that just could potentially kill us. Again, in seasons past, you know what I'm saying, if Saka would have went down, one of our players went down, we saw it. Like it was a hard time to cope with squad, with again, adjusting to this level of competition, this intensity of competition with this new look squad, with these players. But one thing that I think people are failing to mention is how much we are existing, coping, and still trucking on with the amount of absences that we have. I think we've answered a lot of that critical assessment of Arsenal in recent weeks and months. This entire season has been rife with just players missing. Again, we barely played our best 11, like 4 games, I think. Barely, even if that, throughout all competitions this season. It's been tough. It's been tough, but the way these guys are sticking with it, man, I gotta keep believing. I got to keep believing in these guys. I don't know why. I just love them. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You can't. I just back them. That's it. Listen, if we keep going, if Cronky Sports Entertainment could provide us with the funds necessary to get some key attacking players to hopefully boost this side, and we get some of our defensive players back. Again, White's very close to coming back. We're in the Dubai trip, so who knows is coming back within a certain amount of time. Again, we still have a shot to fight for something. So I hope we can get everything on our side as much as we can control to get out there, whether it be targets, the fitness, blah, blah, blah. We get that so we can fight for something. Fight fully and have a real chance, because I still think it's there. So listen, great win today. Very, very tough circumstances, but we got to take what we can, and it was a really good, gritty win. Love to see it, and yeah, we move on to the next, man. I don't even know what's next. I don't even know. There's so much to reassess, but we'll figure it out later. But let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the game, what you thought about your man of the match performance, tough moments, the red card incidents, all that stuff. Let me know in the comment section below, and yeah, we'll take it from there, bro. That's all the time I got. I need to go take like a sponge bath or something like that because I'm stressed out. I've been mad. I need to go drink tea because I've been yelling at the screen for like 45 minutes. And I gotta go have some peaceful time, I guess. I gotta go have some peaceful time. But this has been Full Time Trip. That's all the time I got. Listen, COYG, man. Peace.